Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here, and this is the final tank task. I'm having an excellent day, but what can you expect when you're firing Hispanos of the mighty Royal Air Force? So, 4 games, 4 victories, and let's see, I think we might be at 60. 54, a little off, so we need 26 left. The lineup I'm using right now is what I've shown many times before, and I'm playing on the US server. And I found that if one of my bow fighters can get 5 kills in a row, or 5 kills, something like that, generally it does very well. I've gotten Hero Fighter 4 times in a row, and I've gotten 3 games of 14 kills, and my most recent one was 12 kills because someone on the other team, or on our team, I guess, went for ground kills. So it's been pretty good. I'll show you that. Hopefully we get a decent map, because a lot of this, for me personally anyway, depends on what map I get. And it's kind of an interesting topic in that, with tanks coming on the horizon, with tanks coming on the horizon, I feel like map selection will be even more important. Like for this, I generally like maps that kind of have like an area where planes start to concentrate, because it's easier to pick out targets quicker and usually get 1, 2, or 3 kills in a row. Now Lonely Island is a little different, because you can play defensively over your fleet, or you can attack over their fleet. I mean, if you want to get a lot of kills, I think it's wise to kind of hang over the island, but if you don't want to die a lot, generally protect your fleet. Relatively common sense. I usually start out with my bow fighter Mark 10. Now, I will not play this plane in historical battle because it is just, man, look how sweet that thing looks. Look at those rockets hanging under that. That is a bad mamma jamma right there. But I will not play this in historical because there's been too many games I've gone out, in a lower tier German plane and just gotten absolutely stomped by these things. In arcade, I think most people are of the consensus that anything is free game. After all, it is arcade battles. And certain planes that would fly very, very well in arcade don't always do so in historical, which is now called realistic. So obviously the big announcement today is that closed beta tanks has been sent out. Did you guys get those emails? Did you get those emails saying you were doing it? If so, how many of the challenges did you do? I've missed 2. And then I think the other cool thing, and I just want to talk about it for a little bit, I might make another video kind of previewing the premium tanks, because we do have 2 premium tanks. One is a German captured M4A2 Sherman, and the other one is the T-34 prototype, or I guess you could call it the A-34. Now there is a discrepancy in the costs between the 2 basic packs. With the German one, with the Sherman, is actually $10 more, and I think the reason behind it, what I've read on the forums, is that the $10 more is warranted because the German tank is at tier 2. And mind you, this is the new era tiers, where there's a 5 maximum, not like what it is right now in patch 1.35. That's probably why I've done so well in the last games, is when I'm doing commentary, you're kind of focusing on 2 things at once. Obviously after action commentary is easier, but I have a lot of fun doing it live. It's a challenge. Wow, is this guy gonna coast right in front of me? Because that would be glorious. Alright, we're going to have to put on those flaps. Got something critical. Now he's going to turn slower, hopefully. Allow us to pow, 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 pew, pew, pew. A little inaccurate right there. My mouse got cut up on my keyboard. Now we'll just switch to machine guns. I have a ton of ammo, but, obviously reload's a little long. Who's that? Who's an enemy? Kai 61, not really to be bothered with, but I know a lot of people are a little upset in the pricing. Not that they're doing premium tanks, because it's fully warranted, but the pricing, it's very expensive. Now, mind you, that is getting you in on the second kind of run or round of tank testing. Come on, dude. Hide my sights here. Hide my sights. Does that even make sense? Now we're getting shot at. Was that the Kai 61 perchance? Turn around. Go heads up. Ooh, air cover. That's not good. Hopefully this hurricane can get him off my tail. But yeah, you know, $50. They're saying $50 for a tank, but it's actually a couple things you're paying for. You do get a couple eagles. You do get those cool titles, but those are kind of more, you know, I think for the enthusiasts to say like, hey, I'm unique. I was there at the beginning. I also helped fund it all, you know, by paying at the very beginning to get these exclusive decals and titles. I'm mostly interested in the two big things. Obviously, the first of which is to get into the closed beta access. Now, mind you, I'm going to reiterate this a lot because there are going to be those questions. Hey, can you show something? There's a non-disclosure agreement on it. So, ain't nothing coming out by anybody, hopefully. I mean, or else Gaijin could get mad. Hello, sneaky BF109E. Hopefully you're an E1. Or you're just distracted. And you're dead, I'm afraid. These bullfighters do not mess around. I've been playing on the US servers. We got someone on our tail. I wonder who it is or what it is. It's an air cobra. Oh. Oh, wouldn't that... If I would have seen that earlier, I would have switched to my gunner and tried to chew up that guy. I think it's rear-facing dorsal turret gunner. Hello, Canadian Air Force. I think there's some Canadian roundels in there. You know, all the Commonwealth and Anzac nations, I'm pretty sure are represented decently well. There's a Wellington and a P-39. So how's the ground targets working? This is not going to be a map where I can get, I think, 14 kills. I'm hoping for 10. That's what I'm hoping for. But if you look in the top middle, there was a brief moment when the enemy team was, in fact, capturing the island. Derp time. Going to space, guys. I'm getting shot by my friend here, I think. Look at this. Is this not the funniest thing you've ever seen? Now it's time to dive back to the dirt. So we got a nice 5 kills. Want 5 more. Hoping for that. You know, because with this 80 kill game, I'm hoping to get 7 games. I'm hoping to average higher than 10. And that way it puts me less than 10 arcade games. I am in the process of studying for finals as well. But going back, this is the fun part about live commentary, is that you kind of just have to talk about everything at once. It is truly a challenge. I think it's made me a better War Thunder player. I think someone's shooting rockets. Not sure. Who? That? Oh, that P-47. Okay. There's another one. Yeah, we gotta kill that. Although, I'm gonna kill these two guys. Help out. Huh. Whoa. That guy just crashed. Oh, we got a Spitfire. Can we turn in time? We'll try. We gotta dip out of there. That's one of those situations where that's likely to be a collision. And I say collision, you know, in a nice way, but he was trying to ram. Alright, what are we doing? This doesn't help me. Well, I guess it doesn't hurt me either, right? So now that those guys are down, you can look at... We're going down, guys. You can look at the pricing points from kind of a supply and demand point of view, in that they may only need X amount of testers in the second phase, so the pricing will be higher. You know, because the demand, or excuse me, basically to offset a lot of people trying to buy in when they may not be able to handle it. Look at this guy trying to ram right there. Can we get the Kitty Hawk? No, almost. I would love to crash into that medium tank. You know, do something. I always try to do that. If I'm going down, I like to crash into something. Doesn't look like it, and that's a waste of time, so we're going to ditch out. Had 2 P-47s chasing us down with those 50s, and then it was the Spitfire finished us off. But so yeah, they're priced very high. I'm going to go D520 to get speed, get into the fight pretty quick. But I think they're doing it not necessarily to try to make a ton of money, because you got to admit, for how much work they're putting into it, if you were making a game, you would do the same thing. You would want to capitalize, you know, on this pretty amazing, one-of-a-time moment in this game's history. Hopefully, one which will be successful and very long, because ships are on the horizon, distant horizon. We're going to go after this IL-2, who's going to be trying to chop up our boats. And it looks like in terms of ground, just saw some shots go by. We're doing pretty good. There's a spit in there as well, armed with those Hispanos. Look at that guy. His prop was right on our tail. That was pretty good flying on his part. Getting the kill and not getting the crash. So, reload on. We fired all 60 cannon rounds in there. But so they're doing it, I think, to limit it. You know, because it's not going to be but, what, a week or two later, maybe? That was purely speculative, that they would go on the third round of challenges, because they're talking about how the first and second will happen in December. Most people think by the new year. So, if he's not going heads up, we will go heads up on him and shoot him down. But so I think that's why they're doing it. I'm very tempted to get those packs, try to get both of them. It would be expensive, but it'd be cool. Like those tanks, like years from now, 2-3 years from now, I'm gonna be like, oh man, I remember when I got those planes. All right, A6M2, it's time to die. We got someone on our tail, don't we? Yeah, we do. Engine is out, so we're going down. Have to keep that in mind. We don't finish. All right, just follow this guy. See if we can at least critical him enough to where when he dies we get credit for it, but he's flying fine is what he's doing. Fuselage damage. I'm not really worried about. I know I'm gonna die. He's going down. Babysit. Oh, enemy kill assist. Now we're gonna go jet ski mode. Alright. So I understand it. It's very understandable from a lot of points of view. Whether it's, you know, getting the right number of people to buy it, because they know that if they would have dropped the price, they would probably get more people. And this is kind of one of the fundamentals of economics, in that there's a magical pricing point, right, where you maximize your revenue. Now, this is purely speculative, but my guess would be that at $50 for both access to the second phase of closed beta, as well as those tanks, it wouldn't maximize it. If they dropped the price, a lot of people were throwing out, you know, 20 or 30. You know, and you can do the math, but basically if you drop the price and enough people get into where you'd make more than when you sold it at $50, you know, that would maximize your potential revenue. So that was a nice... How are we sitting on kills? Alright, we're at 9. I need one more and the game is about to be over, because I think our team is going to capture. There's a Wellington who's very armored, so this is when plane familiarity kicks in. Look at that, we're a quarter done. I'm going to go after this Kitty Hawk, hope to chew him down, and meet my you know, minimum goal. Oh, we're out of cannon rounds. So we're going to do a bit of a loop here and drop on him. That loop gave me enough separation to kind of get back in there. Awesome. Perfect time for a critical. We're going to raise our flaps because I believe with this plane they're landing flaps. So if you leave those things on, you're just sluggishing. Yeah, so that worked out. Wellington's going the other way. Anything within this area I would go heads up with, even G4M1, but it's a little too far away. So we got 10. So they're expensive, but I think there's more reasons than we think. And I can guarantee, well, I can't guarantee, but I would imagine that given when tanks are going to be around, you know, maybe late December, early January, around the holiday season for many of us, that there may be certain specials and things like that to commemorate the launch of tanks. It's generally a good business practice, so I wouldn't see why that wouldn't happen. I believe it's more to talk or to limit numbers. I'm really tempted to get them for the reasons I said. And one of the things was I watched Jingles playing with Fly in World of Tanks a while back, and he had these unique tanks. And that's part of the, you know, exclusivity is pretty, you know, it makes things collectible. If there's limited numbers, they have more perceived value. Obviously, you can't sell a tank. It's more to say, you know, 2-3 years from now, I'd be like, hey guys, you know, look at my Po2. I mean, it's not the best plane, but it's relatively exclusive. Those who were at the game at the very beginning and got it, and those who did it for the Halloween special have the Po2. I missed the P39N when there was a challenge for that. But, you know, things like that. But Jingles was with Fly, and he was showing off these cool, very unique tanks. And, like, how he got them was pretty difficult. He had, like, a fan who, you know, in Europe in one case, and other things, like just being at it from the beginning. We had that opportunity to be in War Thunder tanks from the beginning. I missed that opportunity with World of Tanks and other games, you know, and it's good that many people believe that War Thunder tanks will be a better product, but I'm excited for those opportunities. I think whenever they have those specials, I'm actually going to spend the time and get into the grind to try to get those tanks. Obviously, you guys know how excited I am for tanks. I'm pretty aware of how excited you are for tanks, but yeah, I just want whether or not I can afford them right now, I'm gonna do my best to get into it. Most people are throwing around Friday. They're like, oh, I'm gonna try to get the money by Friday. Not really sure, to see if they can't get the you know, those 2 premium tanks. The T-34/A-34 is what most people are calling it, and then the Sherman M4A2, which is the German one, which is cool because that's another thing about the Sherman tank. Whether you're going to grind Russia or Germany, I would imagine that many people are also fans of American tanks. Not that they're the best tank or anything like that, but it would be a fun tank. And the Sherman is a very iconic tank of World War II. I think that goes without saying, right? So it's just like, you would want the Sherman to try it out, because it would be, I would guess, a couple months, you know, before we would see the Americans in the game. And also, who noticed that AAA in the trailer? Tell you what, I think that they're going to be AI controlled at first, and then obviously later player controlled. That was something that Gaijin has said and is likely to be implemented, since we're going to have planes and tanks in the same game. So now we'll check our achievements, see our progress after I did that spiel. We need 16. Not bad. I should be able to do that in 2 games. So checking that out, if I do it in 2 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I will meet my 7-game goal. And you guys know me, I always set goals for these types of challenges, and this is the last one. So, you know, a little bittersweet in a way, and not very bittersweet in that closed beta tanks, guys. I cannot wait to play the tanks, but I can't tell you about it until they let me, so please don't pester me. Feel free to say, I'm excited for tanks, I can't wait. And I know a lot of you guys, just for fun, are gonna be like, hey Baron, show me them tanks. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys think about the tanks for sale. Are you guys gonna get them? If so, which one and why? Because I'm pretty curious. I'm also in that decision-making process right now. I want to buy both. It is a little expensive, but I think they would be one of those things, for me personally, they'd be well worth it a year, 2, 3 from now. I would like to have those unique tanks. I was there from the beginning, you know. Anyway, my name is Baron. Thank you for watching, and we are about to complete the final challenge. And I'm using my British lineup because it's boss. If I didn't use that, I would use a Japanese lineup. Something similar to this, where I got the 50 cals of that, and then I got some powerful cannons strapped on planes that can just turn like no other. Anyway, let's get back to it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I need one more kill. We had a bit of a mishap, so now we basically went into this game needing 2 kills. I've got 1, and it looks like I might just get a bow fighter. Nope. Just bad luck these last 3 games, I tell you what. Oh, hello. Who's shooting me? Alright. This guy needs to go down. We're jamming. Ha! Enemy kill assist. It's never as easy as you hope it is. So, let's see. 1 kill. Kind of been derping around. Wouldn't it be tragic if we didn't get a kill? That is not improbable. It's a little improbable. Alright, especially if this TBF plays very nice and just waltzes right into our arc of fire here. Or that 109 over to my left is also getting close. We'll see if we can't grab him. Oh. Gotta dodge our friend. Ooh, I thought that would have been it right there. Is it that? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Baron, and I am done with the tank tasks victory cartwheel. Where's a pillbox? Any pillboxes? No pillboxes? We're gonna jump into one. Hello, Spit. There's no ground targets to kamikaze into. What a shame, what a shame. So, how many of you finished all of them? I myself missed 2. Yeah, baby. Insurance kills. Hit my wing, son. We're waiting to go down. Tell you what, this bow fighter is a beefy SOB. Alright, get the kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Goodbye, kitty. Hello, friend. Oh, man, we are still alive. Look at the state of this aircraft. Let's take a quick look. He's all kinds of messed up. That guy just exploded. Did you guys see the new explosion effects? If you haven't, you gotta check out my 137 videos. I was absolutely obsessed with them. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can't pop this guy. Pew, 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 pew. If we were a little more centered on his wing, we probably could have gotten... probably just incinerated his wing. I don't know. Oh. Alright, here we go. Assuming we survive long enough, which we don't. Anyway, we got 5 kills there. But what happened was when I was showing off my Japanese lineup, I accidentally walked right into it. But we are going to step out of the battle. My team's got it. They said they don't need me. Alright, let's see. One thing that's kind of cool that happened, I've been playing on the US server, and I was recognized in one of my games, not uncommon, but we actually started a discussion. Guys from both sides, so it was actually kind of fun and friendly discussion, which isn't too common, I think, in arcade mode. Obviously, a lot of it's raging and whatnot, but it was nice to see that. Rather pleasant, made the game a little more, you know, a more enjoyable, more relaxed experience. And so there it is. We missed the November the 29th and November the 26th, both days of which this one I was out hunting and this one I was driving. And look at all those gold stars. Everything other than that was completed. And we just got victory in the Mozdok mission, so my team did not need me at all. So my name is Baron. I have completed the last tank challenge. Oh, it feels good. Closed beta tanks, baby. AI, and check this out. The AI are all different planes. We have some Stukas and we have one BF-109E1. There's some IL-2s and some lags. Pretty interesting. So this is the B7A2, and test ram in the chat. Take a look at that rear gunner. This thing looks sleek. Now you got that classic Japanese sound. There is a cockpit for this, which is nice.